right, welcome to our quick review of the North Africa and Middle East City Model. I am, of course, your host, Miss Gall, and I did put together the lecture and the slide today, but I stole the image from valdezonline.weebly.com/global-city-models.html. So this is going to be just a very quick review. We're going to talk a little bit about the model and the areas of the model, so that you can get just a quick overview of how this works and why it works. So the first thing you got to know is that when we're talking about the Middle East and North Africa and models of cities, that it's based in the history of Islam and specifically of Islamic conquest. So knowing that that's the case, that then helps explain why around the edges of the city you see that wall complete with the castle on one side of it. Okay. Within the center of the city, what you end up with is a mosque, which is to say an Islamic religious center, and then surrounding that, there's a Bazaar Area, which is a shopping district. Basically, it's an open-air shopping district. Okay. And then around that, then you've got your residential zones. Within those residential zones, you also have some minor bazaars and mosques and things like that. Okay. And then around the edges of the city, again, you've got a wall complete with a castle built in, and that's a defensive wall. Okay. So these are cities that grew up in a time frame where it was pretty routine for cities to need to fight off conquerors coming in and coming through and trying to take them over. Then around the edges of the city, what you have are cemeteries, and those cemeteries largely hold the bodies of Muslims and Christians. Okay. The picture that we've got here is a modern model. So if you look up Middle East North African city model, you'll find a couple of different images. The older models don't have the traffic arterials that you see built into this one and don't have zones for things like modern retailing. So just know that if you see those, that's the big difference. Okay, and those traffic arterials are really an outgrowth of the development and spread of cars and things like that, and bringing more people into the cities. Okay, so this is one of our more, I don't want to say minor city models, but certainly it's one of the ones that's a little bit less studied. It does cover a very specific and comparatively small, though well-populated section of the world. And really we're talking about Southwest Asia and North Africa. If you have any questions about the model, about kind of why things developed the way they did or anything like that, by all means, please feel free to come see me, and I'd be delighted to answer any questions you have.